Hi, friends, and welcome to Pieces Here. I'm your host, Avis Kalfsbeck. This is another episode in the Wolff Peace series, a journey through Robert Paul Wolff's 1966 anthology, Political Man and Social Man. In each episode, we pair one of the political thinkers from Wolff's book with someone who lived peace as a daily radical practice. Together, they help us explore the tension between power and principle and what peace truly requires. The thinker, Erving Goffman, 1922 to 1982. Today's thinker is Erving Goffman, a Canadian-American sociologist best known for analyzing how social roles shape our behavior. In his essay, The Characteristics of Total Institutions, Goffman explores what happens to individuals when their identities are stripped away by institutions like prisons, asylums, or even boarding schools. He defines total institutions as places where every aspect of a person's life is controlled, regulated, or under surveillance by a central authority. Think identical uniforms, daily routines dictated from above, and few to no personal choices. He writes, in total institutions, the barriers between the three spheres of life, sleep, play, and work, are removed. All aspects of life are conducted in the same place, under the same authority, according to the same schedule. Goffman's insight wasn't just academic. His work revealed how institutional settings don't just manage people, they remake them, often by erasing individuality in favor of obedience. Peace Pairing, Eleanor Rathbone, 1872 to 1946. To balance Goffman's structural critique, we turn to Eleanor Rathbone, a British reformer, independent MP, and one of the most visionary feminists of the early 20th century. Where Goffman examined how institutions suppress the individual, Rathbone fought to restore dignity, especially to women and marginalized families whose needs were ignored or overridden by state policy. Rathbone campaigned fiercely for family allowances, recognizing that unpaid care work was economically invisible and that many women were trapped in cycles of dependency. Her advocacy helped lay the groundwork for modern social welfare policies. She said, the power which money gives should be distributed as widely as possible. Freedom without economic freedom is not freedom at all. She also opposed fascism, criticized Britain's appeasement of Hitler, and worked to rescue Jewish refugees even when it was politically unpopular. Like Goffman, Rathbone understood the damage that unchecked institutions could do, but instead of retreating, she met systems of control with determined, practical action, advocating from within the halls of power. Goffman shows us what's at stake when institutions erase the human being. Rathbone reminds us how to fight for those people from inside the system without losing sight of their worth. One offers analysis, the other remedy. Your piece questions to ponder. Big picture. Can systems of control like prisons or detention centers ever align with human dignity? Day-to-day life. Do you unconsciously conform to rules or routines that erase part of who you are? What small act could reassert your own voice or agency? That concludes this episode of Pieces Here. You can learn more at aviskalfsbeck.com, where I share updates on this podcast and my books. I write best friend activist short fiction in the Pedro the Water Dog Saves the Planet series, eco-adventure novellas for readers who care about justice, joy, and saving the world one story at a time. And I'd be grateful if you followed my Kickstarter campaign at aviskalfsbeck.com/Kickstarter. Coming up next, more thinkers, more peace pairings, and more bold questions from the Wolff Peace series. This episode is human narrated by me, but created with the help of AI, which has promised to let me know if it makes something up. So far, no confessions. But if you believe I've missed something, or if you just want to say hello, I'd love to hear from you. podcast music is Dalai Lama Riding a Bike by Javier Peque Rodriguez. You'll find links to his music on Spotify and Bandcamp in the show notes. If you enjoyed this podcast, it really helps me if you subscribe on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. A quick rating or review helps others discover peaceful, independent storytelling. And if you have a project that can use a calm, peaceful narrator, my cloned voice, Amaya Calm, is now available in the 11 Labs Voice Library, AMAYA Calm. The voice is designed to support storytelling that promotes peace and dignity. You can even have Amaya Calm read to you using the 11 Labs Reader app. She sounds like this. Peace is not something you wish for. It's something you make, something you do, something you are, and something you give away. John Lennon. If you haven't used 11 Labs yet, it helps me if you use the link in the show notes below. The link is try.11labs.io/peace, and 11 Labs is spelled out. I'll earn a small affiliate payment which supports my creative projects focused on peace. I'm Avis Kolfsbeck. Thank you again. Until next time, listen for the peace.